To the stream. I've got a video I'm going to share a little bit with you. I'm going to share the not the whole video because there's no reason to watch the whole thing. But basically what's happened here is we've got an A320. They are pretty much loaded on fuel. So they got plenty of fuel.
Lockheed Mark, we are going YouTube dash Google star on type RTE active sky for web advisor Ivy Tech conform 1 ray stars were ops 27.0. Lockheed Martin registered pre Lockheed Martin.
More than they need, obviously.
Submenu dialog, yes button.
Let me close that.
Per ops 27.0.1 left parent, 64 dash bit Windows right parent.
So anyway, they got all this fuel that they had to burn off. Matter of fact, the pilot took the jet out over the ocean for about 20 minutes to burn off and get rid of, a decent amount of fuel to try to prevent anything from going kaboom, because the landing gear, when they put it down, somehow there was a malfunction and it became twisted. And I can't
Connection
even imagine
timed out. See the TFM log for more details. Please restart
how
TFM or
scary
menu.
that would be. I remember when I landed in Louisville, and we had a scary event, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's listen to this, and you guys will see exactly
we are going to crash land.
what I'm talking about here. By there are definitely skilled pilots, and not every pilot would have been able to do this.
Seek slider button. Play left parent.
Check this out.
Pause left parent.
The pilot chose to land at LAX, where the long runway gave him the best chance of success.
Two kinds of dangers there. One, you can have a failure of the main landing gear. That is, it could collapse backwards, the nose of the aircraft could hit the runway. A second is that the heat generated from that scraping on the ground could throw off hot pieces of metal that, if it punctures a fuel tank, could lead to a fire or an explosion.
Brace, 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 brace.
There it goes.
I really wanted my mom. I wanted to say goodbye to my parents.
As we come in, when we first felt like we hit pretty hard.
The pilot needed to keep the twisted nose gear off the ground for as long as possible.
Next left parent. Pause left parent.
You started to smell burning rubber. Intense, thick smell of burning rubber.
Play left parent. K right parent.
Could you imagine as you're going through this, and all you're smelling is just burnt rubber, and things are getting hot in the in the aircraft? I can't even imagine what they were going through. The story I'm going to share here in a little bit about when I was landing, and that was scary enough. But anyway.
Pause left parent. K right parent. Pause left parent.
I felt heat coming up. I was scared. There might be an explosion.
We're slowing down. And then all of a sudden it got quiet for an instant.
Opened the door and he put his hand up like this. I remember hugging him on the way out. He was so good. He was a great landing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's me. Oh my God. That's me. I've never seen this before. Wow. We are so lucky.
As we're walking down the plane, and I look back, and I look at the landing gear itself, and it is just sawed off, like an absolutely symmetrical half circle. Pretty amazing.
The passengers touched down to a meteor storm. But it wasn't only cameras there for Alexandra.
My husband was there waiting for me. It was just great to see how much he loved me.
An investigation later revealed what allowed the wheel to get jammed out of place. part of the anti-rotation mechanism had fractured and separated due to fatigue. The Airbus steering system at the time didn't let the crew correct the wheel. This system has since been fixed.
Oh, wow.
All 147 people on board were unhurt, thanks in large part to the skill of the pilot.
Play left parent.
Yeah, see what I mean? You got this pilot who is, got a lot of, skill there. So, anyway, I wanted to share that sitting here, and yeah, just got to keep my mind going, I got to keep doing stuff. Yeah, so the other thing was, when the last time I was on a plane, I was coming back from my girlfriend's, and we get to Louisville, and we're just right at Louisville, so we're not even. I mean, we're ready to start our descent, but we're still up, 13,000 feet in the air, and our maximum altitude that day, I believe, was 24,000. We're flying, and all of a sudden, I smell like rubber or plastic or something, letting off this horrible, not letting, but giving off this horrible smell. And I didn't say anything. I stayed quiet about it, and just kind of, assessing the situation on what was going on around me, and I didn't really hear nobody talking about it. But then I heard one person say, we're doing an emergency landing. And I thought, okay, so I am smelling something. We was at 13,000 feet, and we went from 13,000 feet, and just within just a few minutes, we was landing at the very edge of the airport. It was a runway, but it was a runway at the very opposite end. As a matter of fact, when we got on the ground, I remember him saying the airport was about almost 2 miles. We was almost 2 miles from the gates. That's how far out we was. And it was, it was scary. It's not changed the fact that, would I fly again? Because I most definitely will fly again. That was supposed to happen as a surprise, but anyway, either case, yeah, I'll fly again. I will fly again. So, let me know what you guys think about these stories. The one thing that I can say, and I believe it'd be most accurate. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay. So anyway, it was. I'm trying to remember how long we was on the runway for a long time, and there was some elderly people, and they were over, getting too hot. They needed to sit down. And finally, after 2 hours, they finally got everybody on buses and got us to the airport. But that was, it was a long, long day. 'Cause I got there pretty early, and I think when we got out there, it was nighttime. American Airlines gave us. We'll see you, buddy. All right, man. Love you guys. Y'all be careful. Um, but American Airlines gave everybody extra miles. I think we got like 15,000 air miles, and that's enough to uh, do a flight, or at least one direction. Um, but yeah, so anyway, I wanted to share that story with you, and this other one. I think that, and you guys can leave your comments down below. Um, but I think that not any pilot would have been able to do that. Because like I said, the pilot's goal was to get on the ground, but to try to keep that front tire off the ground as much as possible. I mean, he had to continuously do things to keep making the wheel come back up. Until obviously you get going a certain speed, and weight's going to take over the factor no matter what, and it's going to stay down. But anyway, um, I've seen here. Well, I'll do another video on that another time. Um, I've got like 1,000 things I need to do, and yeah, yeah. So, anyways, I appreciate all you guys. I thought I'd share these stories. Tell me what you think. What is your thoughts behind, you think any pilot could have done that? I don't. I don't think so. I feel like um, it takes a lot of skill to be able to do that. Because you got to, I mean, you only got minutes, seconds to come up with a plan that will work without oops, there we go. Anyway, I'm bad one. So you guys leave your comments, let me know what you think. What do you think about the whole pilot thing? I say it takes skill. Not anybody can just do that. Um, but I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate all you guys. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. Um, that does help out on with the YouTube algorithm. And also just sharing it with your friends and stuff like that. We'd love to have any of you over here. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be visually impaired. You can be sighted or whatever the case might be. Everyone is welcome here. So join us, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again here real soon. I feel like, well, we'll see.
Ops 27. Ops 20. Start
So
recording checkbox not checked.
you guys
Stop
have
streaming checkbox checked.
a good day, a good night. Yeah, y'all take care.